Brace yourself, folks. This one is insane. If you thought Canada's slide into the abyss with MAID, medical assistance in dying, was bad enough, just wait until you see how they are now aggressively expanding this culture of death all across the nation. From secret death houses funded by your tax dollars, to euthanizing frail grandmothers with dementia on a family member's whim. The culture of death is exploding across this country. They're literally building death factories. This isn't compassion. It's state-sponsored slaughter. And on top of that, they're carving it into law, like some twisted commandment. Canada's so-called healthcare system has become a conveyor belt to the grave, and the vulnerable are first in line. We're not talking mercy here. We're talking exploitation, wrapped in a pretty little bow of choice and dignity. But let's cut through the spin, shall we? This is eugenics 2.0, globalist playbook style. And if we don't wake up, guys, it's gonna swallow us whole. So let's start with the lies that they sold you. Remember when they promised that medical assistance in dying, or MAID, was for unbearable suffering? The terminally ill patients begging for peace? Yeah, that was yesterday's script. Today, it's open season on the vulnerable. For example, take a look at what just happened in Ontario only a few months ago. A frail woman in her 80s with dementia was put to death under the MAID program. And according to the Office of the Chief Coroner's own report, a family member pushed for it after she mumbled once about maybe wanting to die. She couldn't feed herself. She couldn't sign her own name. She could barely squeeze a hand to say yes or no. But one day, in a haze, she mumbles to a family member, "Wish to die." And that's all it took, as if a confused whisper in the fog of dementia counts as consent. It was then twisted into a MAID request. They called it her wish. She refused at first and then got shuffled into long-term care. Then, 4 months later, another family nudge, and just like that, she's assessed in one rushed visit. The doc asks her to squeeze a hand and repeat a question, and that qualifies as consent. Consent from a woman who can't comprehend her own name on some days? This isn't medicine, guys. It's murder by proxy. They wheel her in, inject the poison, and it's lights out. Gone. Just like that.